Hey guys, I'm Jody.
And I'm Justin.
And today is the last video of the top 40 series, so means that it's going to be the top 10. How'd you like that for the cheesy factor? So, according to us, these games are the most awesomest of awesome games to date.
Awesomest of awesome. Yes. However, these are just the games that we have played. So if you guys have any suggestions or games that you think should be on the top 10 list, go ahead and leave us a comment in the comments below.
Yep. So let's get started with our number 10s.
Number 10.
Alright, so I'm going to kick us off with my number 10, which is going to be the Castles of Burgundy, designed by Stefan Feld. This is just a classic game, in my opinion, and it's obviously very popular in the board game world. I just really enjoyed this game a lot. I mean, you got all these different tiles that when you place out onto your little map board will give you different things. For instance, like if you place the castle, you can draw another tile. There's like yellow tiles, blue tiles, they got the farming tile. I mean, there's so many different types of tiles that will do different things. And then, you can score points if you have a cluster of the same type of tiles together. But everybody's going to be, to start the turn, going to be rolling dice. And you can use those dice to, take tiles from certain locations on the main board or place on a certain area of your map board. You also can get worker tiles, which will help manipulate your die roll. You can have add one to your die roll or take one away, that type of thing. I just really enjoy this one. It's fun. I know.
All I can say about Castles of Burgundy is that I'm glad they came out with Castles of Tuscany.
Yes, Castles of Tuscany is more your speed. I enjoy Castles of Tuscany as well. But I do like Castles of Burgundy. There's a little more going on.
This will not cross over anywhere in my top 40, I can tell you that.
Yes, so I really enjoy this one. So you guys should check this one out, Castles of Burgundy.
Alright, so for me,
Castles of Burgundy?
My number 10 is going to be a worker placement as well. It's one of the first ones that I ever played. It was introduced to me by her brother, and it was hard for me to grasp initially, not because it was a hard game, but it was because I was still really brand new to the hobby and I knew nothing about any games, much less worker placement games. But once I started to figure it out about halfway through the game, I really, really loved it. So this is Stone Age, and I have nothing to say other than it's more of a sentimental thing because there are, quote, better games, I think, better worker placement games, but to me, this is one of my top worker placement games for sure. So I just really like it. You're using dice to gain resources, and then you're using those resources to buy other things, and you're just kind of building things up like that, and trying to gain more workers, making sure you can feed your workers, all these kinds of things. It's pretty straightforward worker placement.
Send your workers to the hut.
Send your workers to the hut to make babies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I mean, it's a pretty basic worker placement game now that I think about it, now that I'm into the hobby a little bit more, but I still love it.
Great choice.
Yeah. So that's my number 10, Stone Age. Alright, so for my number 9, we're going to choose a war game. And this is a 2-player game, Days of Wonder. And it took us a minute to get this to the table, but once we did, we just couldn't stop playing Memoir 44.
Yep. And night after night, scenario.
It just didn't leave the table for a while, right?
And we need to get this out of the table again because I missed this game. We haven't played in a little while, and I'm ready to play it.
I'm ready to play this and a little bit of the new flight plan right back here. So yes. I'm pretty pumped for that. We just got that for Christmas this past year, and we still haven't gotten it to the table. But love this game. It's really cool. 2-player game, one-on-one, Axis versus Allies. Basically, I think it's kind of what it is. And basically, what you're trying to do, you're trying to win the war. But it simulates battles that actually happened in World War II. So it's really, really cool. You set up the board in different ways, so there's different obstacles in the way, or different things that just kind of stand in the way or slow down your transportation or things like that. And there's tanks, there's army men, there's bales of wire or whatever, and we're doing show and tell. We're doing show and tell. She's taking over my list.
I'm sorry, but look, I mean, like, it's so fun. It's like you get tanks, and you got your little like barbed wire stuff here, and
it's like you're playing with army men again.
It's fun.
Your little army dudes and all that kind of stuff.
And the board is double sided, so you got like the forest, and you have like the beach, version as well.
But then you put other terrain on it to change it up a little bit. So it's really, really cool how they've created this. And like I said, we got it to the table finally, and it wouldn't leave the table. It was just one of those games. It's really fun. It was just one of those games that was addicting to us, and we couldn't put it away for a while. So
yeah, and they try to set up the scenarios like actual real battles. So it's really interesting, kind of learning some history, and this is a really good one for sure.
Yeah,
good choice.
Yeah, I love it. So there's my number 9, Memoir 44.
Well, oops, I forgot to do my number 9, so he spliced me in here. So, number 9, large, beautiful board, lots of colorful dice.
Lots of colorful dice, large, beautiful board equals not champions. Reavers
of Midgard.
She loves this game.
I do. Well, you like this game too.
I know, I've made my top 40 somewhere on the list.
Yeah, and if you followed us on our channel for a little while, we've talked about this game frequently, and how this experience of playing this game kind of feels like Christmas sometimes. We've said that every time we talk about this game. Especially when you go to the Subdued Territories action location, which he does all the time.
My favorite.
You get tiles, you have an idea of what you might get, but you never know until you flip it over, and you get so many goodies in this game.
It's my favorite.
So many goodies. Like, you just have so much stuff. Like your set collection with a bunch of different cards. You're getting dice and putting it on your ship. Using the dice in different ways. It's just
Did I mention that's my favorite?
It's really good, and it's pretty. And the dice are so colorful. I'm refraining from doing a show and tell. But it's really fun. I mean, you're taking turns putting out one of your long ships to take an action from the location. But like I said, there's a lot of it is set collection, and then there's some areas where you're doing battle at sea, where you're trying to defeat sea monsters, and yeah, there's just a lot of different things you can do in this game. Definitely kind of point salad. A lot of ways to score points. Fun game.
Yeah, I can tell she's refraining from show and tell right now. She's like, she's like itching over here.
Okay.
So
real quick.
We may just have to do it. We may just have to do like a dedicated video to like.
Her suggestion from some other viewers, we might have to do a show and tell series because.
Yeah. Let us know if that's something that you guys want. Right?
Because
I know this is a top 10 and we're getting way off subject.
I know,
right
but
now,
I can talk me some components here. Because guys, look at all these colorful dice. I mean, it's just fun, and you've got all kinds of goodies in this box. So if you haven't tried out this game, I recommend it. We have a blast playing this game. So that is my number 9, Reavers of Midgard. Number 8. I'm really excited about this one. This is a pretty recent game, and I really like it. It is a game in the West Kingdom trilogy. Which one is it?
It's got to be your top one, which would be Viscounts.
So, Viscounts of the West Kingdom. Published by Garfield Games, Renegade Games. Yes, this is an amazing game. So, as you know, if you watched the prior video, I like Paladins as well. It's up there. But I would say if I had to pick, I would probably pick Viscounts. Well, obviously it's higher. I really love how the mechanisms, the different mechanisms, they all just blend in so well. Everything works together. You have this cool castle concept. It is just so much fun. So you have a little bit of like card management at the beginning. So you have 3 slots on your board. So you're gonna play a card, and those get pushed over, and then that last card will get dropped off. So and some of the cards have drop off effects. So when it drops off, then you trigger the ability. And then you're gonna be moving your Viscount around the board, and let me just say the board's pretty too. And then you're going to take different actions. You can do or write manuscripts. You can place buildings around the main board as well. My favorite thing though is placing a worker in the castle. I don't know what it is. I just have so much fun playing the castle. I always win the castle whenever I play because I'm like obsessed with it. So like on the first tier, once you have 3 or more of your own workers, like one goes to the second tier and one gets moved to the left and right. So you're just like moving your dudes around. It's just so much fun. And you get points for what level your worker's in. Yes. Lots of fun in this game. I can't recommend enough.
I played. It's a pretty board. I cannot deny that. I really enjoy the artwork. I like all the artwork in all of the West Kingdom series. It's not for me.
It's not.
There's things and things and things and things and things, and I tend to do things.
But all of the things and things and things go so well together in this game.
Not here. They don't go well here.
Well, alright, so you guys need to check this one out. I would probably say this is my favorite West Kingdom game. Paladins is really close and up there, but yes, this is a great one. So that is my number 8.
Number 8
What's
for
yours?
you is Viscount's number 8 for me is a much simpler game. It's abstract, and it
Can I guess?
Go for it.
Yinch.
Wrong.
Did you already say Yinch?
No.
Oh, well that's coming.
Spoiler alert. Hive.
Yeah.
Okay, I told you guys it was simple. This is a very simple game. All you're trying to do is protect your queen bee and surround the other player's queen bee. And it's just... You want to talk about cool pieces? The feel?
I haven't played this game yet.
Okay, you gotta feel.
Ooh.
You gotta feel.
He initiated show and tell.
You gotta feel. You gotta feel the pieces.
Okay, so you need to play this game. Ooh. Oh wow.
Right?
Alright, that's pretty cool.
These chunky...
Wow, these are like
serious?
super heavy.
Right? So the point behind this game, once show and tell ends here, is you're trying to surround the other player's queen bee. The first player to surround the other player's queen bee wins. And each of the insects that are shown on these pieces have a different movement to them. So you end up placing them out, and as you're placing them out, then you start to move them around and all this kind of stuff. So the ants move a certain way, the grasshoppers move a certain way, and usually it indicates, kind of what they actually do. So a grasshopper can actually jump over things, or a ant usually just kind of crawls around things. And there's just different things that you can do with these. But again, the queen bee it doesn't really move a lot. It's just kind of there, and you have to try and go and surround it, basically. Yeah. But it's really simple, really easy, but just, to me, this is my kind of game, guys. I really love.
You need to teach me this game, and we need to play it, because...
I'll teach you this in 2.5 minutes. Super easy, guys. That is my number 8, Hive.
Number 7.
Number 7
is a space-themed game, rolling dice. Lots of dice. Oh, come on.
Alien Frontiers?
Alright, roll for the galaxy.
I knew that.
So...
It's been a while since we played that one.
Yes, I love this game. This game is a lot of fun. This game is coming apart, so I'm just gonna... Whatever, we'll leave it there for now. So, okay, so obviously I love space theme games. I like dice. I love dice rolling. In this one, you can recruit different colors of dice into your citizenry, and you can select those by paying credits into your cup, which you will then. This comes with a bunch of different cups where you'll be putting the dice that you select in, and. So there's screens. Everybody has a screen, and then everyone's going to be assigning their workers, and then after everybody's done, that gets revealed, and then all of the phases that were selected will be the ones that everyone's going to be doing. So you may not actually be able to activate all, I think 5 or 6 phases. I can't remember all phases every round. So you kind of have to like think, well, this person might choose this phase, so I'll assign some workers there. So there's, that element as well. And then after that, you're going to be, taking the actions. You can, based off of the phases. So the different phases are the different actions you can do. And some of them are like developing or settling your worlds, which are these cool tiles, because you're going to be making your own little tableau. I don't know what it's called, galaxy or whatever. Mm-hmm. I just really enjoy this game. We need to play this soon because this game is so good. Do you like this game? Or
it was okay for me. It always seemed to take a really long time to me, and I would get a little bored toward the end of the game.
Yeah, it's really fun. I mean, because you have different color dice, and each color dice has different things that you might, probabilities of different phases that you might actually roll. This is a good one. I like this one.
Yeah, to me it's okay.
That's my number 7. Roll for the Galaxy.
All right. So for me, number 7 is going to be a cooperative game from Days of Wonder.
Oh.
And we are going to show you right now Shadows over Camelot. Okay? So, this game is, like I said, it's a cooperative game and you're trying to save Camelot, basically. And so you are all working together. Now, there's supposed to be a traitor among all of the people that are playing it as well. We generally choose not to play with the traitor.
I don't know. I just enjoy. I know that's probably a lot of people are going to be.
A lot of people are going to hate us for that.
But I don't like those games where there's like one person that's not playing how everybody else is playing because, I don't know. What if they don't know how to play the role or? And I don't know. We just like playing it where we're all working together and there's no traitor.
Yeah, so...
House rule.
That's, yeah. House rule. And, if we had a traitor, we would probably fail every time because we generally barely win whenever we do play this anyway.
It's usually close, yeah.
It's usually really, really close. So, I really enjoy this game. I think that the way we get to work together and, go here, go there... I just really like it. I've always liked it. We played it a long time ago the first time, and then we played it a few times, a bunch of times since then, and it's just one that I always really love bringing out and playing. And like you said, without the traitor, you can teach anybody to kind of jump in and play with you. Just a lot of fun.
And it always helps when there's really pretty boards. This game has really pretty boards, and I mean, they have these cool little siege things, the little where you put out, and you don't want them to get filled up because that's bad.
It's bad.
So, this is a good one. This is yes.
I like this one a lot. So that is my number 7, Shadows over Camelot. Okay, guys, number 6 on our list. We have reached number 6, and for me, it is going to be my favorite game in the GIF series. That is Yench. And yes, it was mentioned a little bit earlier, so yeah, she spoiled it and hurt my feelings in the process, but this is my favorite in the gift series. Just look at these cool little pieces, and they've got that similar kind of feel as like the hive tiles, and they're a little bit smaller, but these rings are really cool. Just really awesome. Basically, what you're trying to do though is we're setting out these tiles, right? You're setting out these tiles, laying them out in your color. So whether you're playing black or white, you'll lay them out in your color. And then you're using the rings. Every time you put one of these down, you have to set it inside of the ring, and then you have to move the ring along one of these lines in any direction. Now, you have to move it to a point where it can drop onto an empty intersection, just like it's on right there. Okay, so as long as you can move it and drop it onto an empty intersection of those lines, then you're good. Now, everything that it passes over as you move it will flip over to the other side. And these are two-sided, where one side is black and one side is white. So you have to be kind of considering, as you're moving these things and placing these things out, what are you going over? What are you flipping over? And the ultimate goal is to end up getting 5 of your color in a row. 5 of these in a row. And so if you hit, so say I'm playing the black, I get 5 black in a row, then I take those 5 off the board, take one of those tiles off the board, and it's the first, or one of those rings off the board, and the first person to take 3 rings off the board ends up winning, right? So love this game. It's really, really simple to start to play. But it's a little you kind of gets a little thinky whenever you have to like figure out, if I do this, all of these flip, including that one that's mine, and then and you just kind of you're playing with this in your head. So
yeah, this is a good one. This was on my list in the 30s, I think, or I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah.
It's fun, and I tend to beat you at this game.
Sometimes.
A lot of times.
You know what? She beats me in a lot of games, and I'm not surprised anymore. No. I'm still putting this on my list as one of my favorites, okay?
It's a good one.
So, I really love it, and that is my number, what are we on, 6? Yeah.
Okay, so mine, we got yet another space-themed game, and I've got a lot of those. It's in the Clank world. So, this one is Clank in space. So, I like original Clank as well, but I prefer this one. It has space theme. I just love space stuff. And I like this one because it makes every player have to go into a couple different zones and drop off a cube, data cube or something. And then you can go get artifacts and come out. The original Clank, you could like just go in and out real quick. I mean, I still like the game. I just prefer this one a little bit more. There's a little more involved in this game compared to the original Clank, but it's a deck builder game. So, and you're trying to move throughout the board, going in and to the command module and getting artifacts, coming back out. And you have, I think it's called Lord Eradicus, who is like the evil space dude. I don't know what the name is. So you're trying to be quiet because you don't want to increase his rage. Because if you make a noise, which is the Clank aspect of this game, that will be put in this bag where you'll be drawing out cubes. And if your cube color is drawn out, you put that on your health track, because if all of your spots on your health meter gets filled up, you're out of the game. And it's not looking so hot for you. If you get knocked out and you have, I don't know in this game what it's called, and if you reach a certain zone, then you can still calculate your points, but it depends which area you're in. I really enjoy this game. I love the art on these cards. There's some really cute ones. I think there's like a cute cat one, so how cool is that? I just really enjoy this game a lot.
Yeah, I think Clank, the original Clank was on my list earlier in 30s or something like that, and this might be above it. I haven't played it as much as she has. So I've only played it, I think it was only one time at the beach that one time. So, and that's just, it wasn't enough for me to be able to judge whether it's better than the original Clank, which I played quite a few times. So, I really love the original, but I did enjoy this one. I did enjoy it. So.
Well, we might have to get you to play it again with me.
Yeah.
Because I really enjoyed this game. You guys should check this one out. Clank in Space. That wraps up our number 6 spots.
Number 6. Alright, so for number 5, we're going to change gears just a little bit for me, and we're going to do an app-driven game.
Gotcha. I know what it is.
Alright, so this, we weren't really sure, because we had never really done an app-driven game before, but we were extremely surprised and had a ton of fun with Chronicles of Crime. A ton of fun trying to solve the mystery. And it comes with a bunch of mysteries just as is, but then you can actually go in and buy more. There are expansions for this galore. So, I mean, there's a lot to this, but the idea is pretty much always the same, where you've got your app and it's kind of taking you through the process. And every time you go from one place to another on the board, it basically cuts into your time by 20 minutes. Anytime you ask somebody a question on the board, it cuts into your time by 5 minutes. Anytime you look at a scene, it cuts into your time. And the thing is, once you start figuring out some of the clues along the way, some of the stuff that people say to you in the app changes. And so it's really, really clever how they've made it this way to where, it changes as you figure things out. It's just, to me, it was absolutely brilliant and really surprising to me that they could do this.
Yeah, it's definitely like, I'm like, wow. I mean, how in the world can someone design something like this? Like, yeah. It's so cool. Yeah, but it's QR driven, so like code. So you're scanning the different codes, because all the character cards and the item cards, like, they all have QR codes that you scan, so you can like scan a person and ask them about this item, and the searching the scene is so cool. Because it's like you get your phone and you're standing up and you're literally like in the room, and you can turn around 360 up, look at the ceiling and the floor, and you're trying to look for clues. Okay. So I really like board games. I'm not big into like phones, computers. I'm more of a board game person.
On the board, on the table.
But so I was really weary of trying this one out. But I actually really enjoy this game, as long as I don't have to like control the phone.
Yeah, and anybody that we've played this with has really enjoyed it as well. We played it with our parents. We played it with some friends of ours.
I was stunned. My mom actually was really having fun.
Your mom was into this for sure.
My parents don't play games, but my mom was like, she loves asking questions, so she was like, "Oh, let's ask this person this question," and she was having fun.
It was a lot of fun. So. That, I think it's just a brilliant game, so that's my number 5.
Oh, and they also are coming out with, or I think they come out with the first one, the Millennium series, which are like standalone games. I think the 1400 came out, and they have like a futuristic one, and
so they've got 1400 that just came out, and then I think they're going to be doing 1900s and then 2300 or
some futuristic one. I mean, they all look amazing, and they just keep coming up. I mean, it's just a brilliant system, and they just keep putting out amazing content for this. So
yeah, love it. Number 5, Chronicles of Crime.
All right, so my number 5 has to be a crossover because it's one he's already mentioned.
Uh-oh.
So, if you could grab me, please, the Stone Age, the beautiful box of Stone Age worker placement game. Yes, so as he had mentioned earlier, this does have a sentimental factor for both of us. We played with my brother. This is one of the worker placement games that we played toward the beginning. But I really, this is a good classic worker placement game. I really have fun with this. You're just placing out your workers, and you have to make sure you feed your people. I actually like doing that. I know some people don't like the games where you have to like worry about feeding your people and stuff. I know I like that.
You gotta keep your people alive somehow.
And
Not just magic.
So you can go, go to locations to get gold and brick and stuff like that. And you're rolling your dice, and you're dividing the sum of the dice by a certain number depending on which location you're at. So it's like gold, for instance, is the hardest to get. I think you divide by 6 instead of I think going to get food is like divide by 2, so you're going to get more stuff. Mm-hmm. And you can do buildings, and there's the cards down there. It's just, I love it. It's just a great classic worker placement game. And it's definitely a good, like, more entry level worker placement game as well. I mean,
like I said earlier, it was one of the first ones I ever played. And it was pretty basic. It was a little difficult for me at first just because I had never played a game like it before. But yeah, once I got into it, I was like, I really like this game, and it was definitely something that once people get the hang of, it's like, it can almost be kind of an entryway into the hobby a little bit.
Oh, so. Yeah, and for some of these games, if you have kids, some of these games also have like a kids version. So this one has a kids version. I think it's called like My First Stone Age. So it's like obviously more kids. Sorry, our cat is up there like flopping around. She's gonna fall. Anyway,
we have a ledge in our house, and she likes to get up on top of it and flop around and we're always afraid she's gonna fall. So
anyway, sorry for that distraction. Yeah, so they have a kids version, My First Stone Age, if you guys have kids, and this is definitely a really good one to check out. That's my number 5, Stone Age. Alright, so my number 4, really excited about this one. We got another space-themed game with dice.
I think I got it this time.
Which one is it?
It's got to be Alien Frontiers.
It is! Alien Frontiers. So, this is an older game. I absolutely love this game. It says, do you have what it takes to colonize a new world?
I don't.
Well, so this game has has the mechanism that I really love the most, and that is dice placement. I absolutely have so much fun with this game. So there's a board, and then there's a large planet that is undiscovered planet in the middle of the board, and around there are lots of different locations where you can place your dice to take actions. And each location has different requirements for you placing your dice. Like, for instance, one place, I think it's called like the colony constructor, you have to have 3 of the same value dice, and that's going to allow you to place a colony, one of your little colony tokens, which are really cool, onto the planet and on a territory. And then some places you can put any value die to move your colony up on a track. You can place 2 value die and pay some resources to actually recruit more ships, which I think the die are called ships in this game. You only start with I think 3, and then you can I think you can recruit up to 6. Yes.
Sometimes you can lose them again and get them back.
Yes, because there is one location where you can place, like, I think it's a 6 value die and pay some resources, and you lose that die, but you can immediately place out a colony, I believe. But yeah, so there's different regions on the planet, and you are all fighting for control. And you score points whenever you place a colony token out there, and if you have majority of that territory, and all these territories also give you little bonuses or abilities throughout the game. I love this game. It's just such a good game.
She's always trying to get me to play it too, and it's just...
I know. I want you to play it with me.
I don't know. I guess the dice placement thing is it just doesn't interest me a whole lot, and it's kind of the same thing with Castles of Burgundy.
Yeah, well, and like Castles of Burgundy, with this one as well, there's a lot of different ways where you can manipulate your dice, because there's like these alien tech cards, which, you can allow, so, I mean, it's not like you're stuck with what you roll. You can actually, really plan on trying to, I'm going to convert this to value to be this, and so, I just love those. I wish you loved those too, because I want to play it.
I just was never good at figuring out those tricks the way that she was, so it just doesn't work for me.
Well, I will work on you. Alright, so that is my number 4, Alien Frontiers.
Alright, so my number 4, it combines a lot of mechanisms that I really, really like, and it is going to be It's a Wonderful World.
Yeah.
Okay, and you'll see soon that there's another game that combines some of these same mechanisms of card drafting.
Don't give it away. Don't give your list away.
Whatever. Card drafting, set collection, engine building, kind of all this different stuff going on here that it checks off those mechanisms that I like. And I don't know, we played this the first time and I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, wait, And then the second time we played it, I was like, I got this. And I just like blew it out of the water. So it was like, I loved this game, and we got some pretty cool pictures of it too, I think. So
yeah, they had. I mean,
it's got these cool little transparent, colorful cubes
of
that,
different colors.
Yeah, so it looks really cool out there on the table as well. I just really liked this game.
This is a really good one, and it's fun seeing at the end of the game, seeing the empire that you constructed, because there's like a long line of cards that you constructed, and it's fun, and you can like build up this producing machine where you're just producing so many resources by the end of the game. Yeah, it's fun. I think we're definitely gonna have to get I think there's an expansion and a campaign mode, maybe. I don't know. All I know is we're gonna probably have to be getting that stuff, because this is definitely a good choice.
I love this game. Number 4, It's a Wonderful World.
So, number 3, I'm kicking us off again with yet another space-themed game.
In that case, I got nothing. I don't even
know.
Wow. Are there more? Hold on. Are you serious?
Yeah.
There's another one?
So, I promise you, this is the last one on my list. The next...
And I'm probably going to shoot myself in the foot whenever you bring it out.
Oh, yeah, you totally will. Alright, so, very popular game. Terraforming Mars.
It was on my list earlier. Jeez.
Alright, so yes, I love space-themed games. I love this game. I love games where you're having to keep track of your production and resources. You got your different levels where you're going to be producing all these different resources like titanium, plant heat.
Yeah, greenery.
There's just, oh my gosh, I just love it. I just love producing things and moving my cubes around, and then you're playing cards, and the cards are cool. Like, all the cards are different abilities, and you're trying to, one of the game-ending conditions is like when all of the parameters have been met to terraform Mars, like raising the temperature, raising the oxygen, planting greenery tiles. This game is just really fun. I'm also very excited about the card and dice game that is coming out.
Yeah, everybody keeps saying that if you liked Terraforming Mars, that you're gonna like this other one.
So the card game, I've heard people say that it's like more streamlined and just a little bit just more streamlined, I guess.
So it'll probably be much better for me.
I think you're probably gonna like the card game more.
Yeah. Even though this was what was this, in my 30s?
I'm not sure. Which I'm surprised, because this definitely, you're thinking, and you have to plan out your resources. And
I like the idea. Yeah, it's really complicated, but I like the idea of Terraforming Mars and doing that. So if there's a streamlined way to do it, I don't know.
Yeah, it's coming out, so I'm really excited. This is such a good game. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that, because I'll just hug it.
Yeah. All right. Well.
While you talk.
You hug your Terraforming Mars.
Okay.
And I like this game too. That's about all I can say, and I'm excited for the streamlined version as well.
All right. What's your number 3?
Number 3 is Onitama.
Oh.
Guys.
Wait, I thought that was gonna be your number 2.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I know.
You know what my 1 and 2
I
are.
know it now. I
You
know
know
it.
what my 1 and 2
I know
are.
it.
So, for me, I love Onitama. It's such a good game. It's such a good game. You talk about, just the simplicity. I like games with simple rules. And this is very, very simple. It's 5 people against 5. It's like 5 pawns versus 5 pawns, one of which is the master. And the goal is don't let your master get captured. Just like in chess, you don't want your king to get captured. Don't let your master get captured, but also don't let the other person's king get into your temple either. So there's that rule as well. But you're limited to some degree by the cards that are chosen. There's a bunch of different cards that you can choose from, and you only choose 5 cards for every game. Only choose 5 cards for every game, 2 of which will be in front of you, 2 of which will be in front of the other person, and 1 of which will be over here on the side. Whenever you make a move based on one of your cards. You move one of your pieces according to that card. Then you have to put your card away. You have to put your card here and replace it with the one that's over on the side. So you kind of have to be thinking about what is the other player trying to do, and if I give them this card, is that going to give them some kind of an advantage? So you're kind of playing those games where you might really want to do this move, but if you do this move, you have to get rid of that card, and they could do that move too, and if it's something that they really want, you don't want to give it to them. So it's such a good game. Love this game. Oh, love this game. Love it.
All right.
And it's just in a nice little box with a cool.
All right, so the box and the storage is cool.
Yeah, look at this.
I'll give it
That's
that.
pretty sweet. And these little dudes, these are awesome. And the playmat. The playmat is not even a board.
Do you
it's
realize
a playmat.
that you're doing show and tell?
I love this game. We're in our top 3, yo. We're in our top 3. Look at this. Isn't this pretty? Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that?
No making fun of me when I do show and tell.
Top 3. Okay. This is just
right.
we're there. So that is my number 3.
So okay. So I'm not huge on this game. I'll play it, but I'm like, eh. So I'll play this game if you play Alien Frontiers with me.
Oh man, that's a terrible trade.
That's not.
Yeah, this one takes like
I'll play 2 games
minutes.
of those, and you play Alien Frontiers with me. Whatever. We'll see.
My number 3, Onitama. Alright, so here we are, number 2. That means there's only one game that's better than this game. Only one.
In your opinion.
In my eyes. So, alright. Remember I talked about It's a Wonderful World and how that kind of checked off all the boxes of all the mechanisms that I really liked? And it kind of gave me the feels of this next game, which is 7 Wonders.
Yep.
7 Wonders.
I know you love this game.
Okay, so I know I put 7 Wonders Duel on this list in like the 30s or somewhere in there. And I love 7 Wonders Duel. It's great. But this game, I just love it.
I know.
I love it. Card drafting, set collection, engine building, all these things, and I love it.
That's great.
I love it.
That's great.
I love it. So, and you're trying to build your what do you call them? Your wonders. It's 7 wonders, of course. You're trying to build your wonders. I like this game. I'm a little crazy right now, and it's late at night, and we're trying.
I like collecting the different science cards and trying to score points that way. You could score points by like your bro and your columns, and I was never big on the military. I tend to not do well in the military. Having how many shields you have in seeing your neighbors, you have to defeat your neighbors with.
I generally kick people's butt in the military.
Yeah.
So,
I like the science cards.
Yeah, she likes the science card. That's a good way to build up a lot of points if you're working at it really well. And then how some of the cards allow you to get other cards for free, and it's just, guys.
Yeah, this is definitely a classic game, and it's one that plays well at a high count.
Yeah. I mean,
Which
you
is
can
not
play this
typical.
with a bunch of players, and you can play up to 7. And I just love this game. I can't even say anything more about it other than that.
All right, yeah, that's great.
I love it.
I know you do.
I love it.
All right, moving on to my number 2.
I love it.
I love you too.
7 Wonders.
All right.
I love it.
Okay.
Okay.
So my number 2 is, I'm gonna have to warn you. There's probably gonna be some. All right. There's probably gonna be some show and tell on my final 2 games. Just a warning. Okay. So cute little pandas. I'm just pulling it out. So we got Takenoko. So right here has a lot of cuteness in this game, and I love it's not overly complex. It's just a nice light game. I like complex games. This one I just really like as well. There's also a sentimental factor because I remember playing this with my brother. He actually taught me this game. But I mean, you're growing bamboo in this game, and you're trying to get your your panda to move across the tiles to go eat certain color bamboo, and you're putting the bamboo he eats in his little belly on your player board, and it's just so cute. And then you have your little gardener that's moving across different tiles trying to grow the bamboo, and then you're having irrigation connections to try to irrigate certain tiles, and basically you have these different ways you're gonna try to score points by these objective cards, like whether it's a pattern or how many bamboo height of certain colors, or turning in bamboo sections that the panda has eaten. It's just so, I love this game. And you also have the expansion that introduces Mrs. Panda. So, I mean, you probably can't see him, but I mean, he's just so cute. But there is, we're gonna splurge one day. There is a giant Takenoko that it's high up on my list. Whenever we get that, so imagine like all these bamboo shoots and the panda like giant size. Like, yes, that is for me. So, yeah. So a lot of cuteness in here, and I love this gameplay. It's a nice, lightweight. It's not overly complex. So that is my number 2, Takenoko. So we have made it. We are at number 1 for our lists. I'm going to start us off, and I feel like this game was made just for me. It was literally made just for me, and I want to live in this world so badly. So, cute critters, worker placement, beautiful artwork, components. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got Everdell here. This is my number 1 game that was literally made just for me. So you got so many cute animal critters. The board's beautiful. You have this Evertree. Yes, it's unnecessary, but I love it. I love components to the game. So you're putting meeples up here for different seasons, and you have cards, and you have your big board, and you're placing your workers out in different locations, collecting resources, taking different actions, and you're going to be playing cards, and you're going to be having your own city. Your city can contain up to like 15 cards, and the artwork on these cards are beautiful. And all the cards, there's different types of cards, and they allow you to do different things. Like some are end of the game scoring cards. Some of them are cards that are green production cards, which are triggered when you play it, and also when you prepare for seasons. So like you would activate your green production cards in spring and also in autumn. So yeah, and so there's other cards that allow you different things. And it's just so pretty seeing your little tableau, your beautiful cards out in front of you. And this game has expansions as well. And of course, this is my favorite game. So, you know, we just had to get the expansions. So we got Pearlbrook here. We got Belfair here. And our, well, definitely my favorite one, Spirecrest. And they're coming out with some more expansions, some more content for Everdell, and I'm just in love. I want to live in Everdell. I mean, the art in here is just absolutely incredible, and I can't get over all the critters. Like between the base set and all these expansions, you have so many different options of critters that you can play with. You can play with squirrels, cardinals, platypuses. You played with the platypus. You played with the platypuses last time. And then the Spirecrest comes with big critters. So they're like, you know, like there's a wolf, like white wolf that's like this size, and you can put a saddle on it, and you can put your small little critter on top of it. Oh my goodness, I just love this game. I can't get over how cute it is. And the resources to this game are cool. You got these like squishy berries and this really cool resin and little pebbles and twigs, and the squirrel meeples are just so cute. I can't even begin to to describe how much I love this game, and the art is just, oh my gosh, yes.
She likes it.
I love this game. It was literally made just for me, and I want you guys to play it too because it's so good. I love it. So I guess I will stop talking about it. I could just ramble and crush on these games forever. So that is my number one, Everdell, the world of Everdell.
The world of Everdell.
The world of Everdell. So, what is your number one?
So for me, my number one may not be a really much of a secret because we talk about it pretty much in every single monthly, you know, what have we played video.
And this is going to be a surprise. This is not on people's list generally at all.
No.
This is, you are not a typical, like...
No.
Yeah, you won't be expecting this one.
Or if you've been around for a while, you probably will.
Right. If you're new
to the channel, you may not expect this.
You will not.
So for me, I really love to play chess. I am not that good at it at all because I haven't necessarily studied and gone in depth to the degree that a lot of people do. Usually when you get somebody whose their top game is chess, it's literally the only game that they play. And that's not the case, obviously. I've played a bunch of other games. But for me, I love the simplicity and the complexity that comes with this game. I mean, the pawns all move a certain way. The rooks all move a certain way. The knights all move a certain way. But when they start to work together and you use them in conjunction with one another to do things out on the board, it's just incredible to me. I really, really love it. And, you know, I talk about, you know, liking simple games. And it's a simple game. It's not easy, but it's a simple game. So I just love it. And I try and get Jody to play with me as much as I can, especially with my cool new chess set that I got for Christmas that I absolutely love because the pieces are all nice and weighted. You know how she loves her components?
I love these
she
pieces
loves
too.
the feel of her components. I love the feel of these chunky weighted pieces. So. And the way it slides on this board, my goodness, isn't it beautiful? Anyway, that is my number one game of all time, chess.
Alright, so that wraps up our top 40 games series, and we had lots of fun, and thank you guys for following our journey here, and let us know in the comments below if what are some of your top 10 games. Yeah. We're always open to, you know, hearing what other people like. I love watching other people's top 10 lists to get other ideas. I mean, I have my my working list of games to get from
She does.
all kinds of other people's lists.
It does.
So let us know what are some games that you think would be in your top 10. So maybe I can look into them and add it to my list.
We can pick up more, and maybe our list will change because of it. Who knows?
Yeah. So we had fun, and we hope you guys had fun watching us and all the games that we talked about.
Yeah. So if you like this video, make sure that you hit that like button for us. It helps us out a lot. And also subscribe if you haven't already. And we thank you guys for joining us on our journey. And until next time, we'll see you later.